HACCP. Let me speak something today about HACCP, hazard analysis critical control point. What is that exactly? This is all about how you can control hazard, what are the system, how you work on it, starting from the production and till display. Guest can use the product whatever you display on the buffet. So these terms used mostly for food and beverage. Now we will start regarding the temperature, danger zone, display, discard, presentation, taste, all the things we will discuss in this video. So if you know something about HACCP, you have idea. Now I'll tell you. First thing is receiving. Now you will receive the food like room temperature atom. Yes, you can receive in room temperature. And if you are going to receive cold food, now the cold food temperature should be 5 below. When you're going to receive 5 below, you have to receive during the transportation. If it goes till 8, so still you can receive the temperature, because during the transportation the temperature will go little high, so you can receive it. After that, cold food receive 5 below. Now frozen atom -12, -12 you can receive, -18 you have to display whatever the products you have in frozen one. Then again you have hot food. Now hot food you can receive 63 and above. If it 63 and above, you have to receive, not less than that. There is no excuse, because the temperature is cooking temperature is higher than that. So if the hot food temperature, when they will give you, it can be 75 receiving temperature. Some of the restaurant having less than that. So 75 if you receive during the transportation, it will go not less than 63. So by the time you can receive, so 63 and above. Some of the restaurant having their temperature 63, some of the restaurant having their temperature 65. So these are the temperature for hot food, cold food and frozen items you have to receive. Room temperature display is the 26 is the friendly temperature, 26, 25, 24, 26 below and 22 to 23 above. Between that's the room temperature. According to the region where you are exactly working, it can go little high or down. So this room temperature is the option. Now display holding temperature. Now we will talk about holding temperature. Before we talk something about here, danger zone is very important. Each and every person should know what is the danger zone. Danger zone where bacteria multiple very fast, that temperature called danger zone. For example, 63, from 63 is hot food and 5 is for the cold food. So 5 to 63 or 5 to 65 is optional, as I mentioned. 5 to 63 or 5 to 65 is the danger zone. So if you scratch it little bit higher quality, so till 5 to 65 is the danger zone. Why we mention danger zone? Because of bacteria grow very fast. So between that temperature is very critical temperature for all food and beverage people. They know this is the critical temperature or danger zone. So now first we will discuss about the food what you are going to display on the buffet area. The timing, how much time you can display the food on the buffet. So the displaying food temperature is the hard food should be more than 63 above when you are displaying the food. For the documentation, yes, this is very important for the hygienic reason. You have to document or you have to notify any kind of temperature when you are checking. You have to notify at the same time. Now holding temperature, when you already receive the food and you hold, after 1 hour you have to check the temperature. Within 1 hour you have to check the temperature should be more than 63. So more than 63 temperature is acceptable for holding temperature. So you check already temperature is more than 63. Again, after 1 hour you have to check the temperature, it has to be more than 63. Again you can check. Now fast food, when you display the shelf life of the hot food or cold food temperature, same temperature you can display in the right temperature for 4 hours. This is the HACCP is mentioning in their international rules. So any kind of food you displaying, you can display for 4 hours hot food. So after 1 hour you have to check the temperature. Now for example, if you checking already the temperature is okay, food is okay, everything is fine, for the last hour, when you know already you have food display for 3 hours and you still have food on the display, are you in case refilling the food, make sure on refilling you have to take care. When you refilling is different. When you changing the dish, you have to change the dish. Now here is very major point, that how you can control the wastage of the food, because this is very important. Any restaurants, they don't want to waste their food too much. So how you can control wastage you will control like this. When you know already your dish is going to finish, you can change the insert. You don't have to refill old to new food. So this is very critical point, that you don't have to mix up new food in old food. If you see your dish is look like not presentation is not good, you can change, bring new empty dish, neat and clean. You can change the dish and display it again. Your time will start from there. If for example 2 hours before and to 1 hour, after 1 hour you have to check the temperature. When the food is almost finished or you are busy almost finished, you can change the insert. So there is no excuse for refilling the food between new and old. You don't mix up. So this is hot food completed already. After 4 hours you have to change it. Now whatever is balanced food, you have to write it down, how much is balanced food. This is for wastage. Again, for the hygiene reason, you have to mention the amount of wastage, how much you discard the food. For the cold food, same, everything will apply the same. The temperature is below 5. It has to be on the display. After when you receive below 5 or below 8, when you receive the food, after 1 hour you have to check the temperature has to be below 5. You can display another hour, again you have to temperature. Still if the temperature is okay, 4 hours you can display the same food on the display. For this is for the cold food. Again, for the refilling of new to old, you have to be very careful. Wastage, same thing like hot food, cold food, you have to find out the same way. If the bowl or the platter where you are displaying the cold food, you have salad or anything you are displaying, you check if the presentation is not good of the platter or the bowl. You can bring new bowl and change the bowl and present again. Within 1 hour you have to check the temperature. Again, wastage, whatever wastage you are going to write down, make sure you have to write down properly. In the last moment you can write down the wastage. So make sure you have to control the wastage of the hot food, cold food. This is very important. This is hygienically. Or if you are going to touch any kind of food, make sure you need to use the gloves. Without gloves you don't have to touch any kind of food. Now around you, when you are using gloves for one food, so if you're going to touch any other food, you have to change the gloves. This is very important because the cross contamination with the foods with your gloves can happen. If you're going to refill any kind of food with your one gloves, if you're going to touch any other food, you have to change the gloves. There is no excuse. So this is another hygienically. Display of the buffet bucket plates, you have to check time to time, you have to change it. You have to change when you see the presentation is not good of the platter, whatever you are keeping for the service gear, you have to change that one time to time. Your buffet, your induction plate temperature, if you are using the burner, that temperature has to be maintained at all the time. Cleaning of the buffet need to be done at all time. So this was what we was discussing about hot food, cold food, receiving, displaying, receiving temperature, holding temperature. This is all about HACCP related to food area, food presentation, holding food till receiving food till discard food. Very important, you have to notify in grams, pieces, whatever your organization have the system, have SOPs, follow that SOPs. I always mention in my all the videos, when you have SOPs, it will be easy for the staff or for the management to follow, to check and balance how, what, when, why. So these are 4 things you can control very easily: how, when, what, why. So this will give you more energy, because every single person will know what is the reason behind why we have to follow this. This is very important for HACCP. If we go further than that, there is a lot of other indicators related to hygiene. Basic thing is hand washing. Starting from hand washing, all the things, it comes in hygiene. So you have to be very careful when on the operation. Before and after, you need to use hand wash. Before touching the food, after touching the food, you have to wash your hand properly. Follow up the 5 to 6 step of washing hands. In my coming videos, you will see a lot of other information about HACCP. Your growth will start from here. If you have new team, you can check with them. You have to give them proper training. Training is very important. Any briefing you are doing, briefing in your department, 5 to 10 minutes, you have a department briefing, your shift briefing, you have to discuss something about hygiene. Very important. Receiving, displaying, presentation, refilling, holding, these all the things you have to check. Related to HACCP is a big topic. I'm not mentioning that I have complete all. I just started my video. There is a lot of other things to mention. You can ask any kind of question. If you want to ask, you can send us message in comments below. We will give you a lot of information about that, whatever we have. So if you want to know anything in a group training, so we are ready to give you training on our groups, online trainings we are giving to different area. People have in contact with us, they are asking a lot of questions. We are giving in all the language, especially in different areas like different nationalities. If you want to know in your own language, we have people, we have colleagues, we have our team working in different countries. People, they will give you training in your own language. In any country you belongs, they will you just need to contact us in comments below. You need to write down your country name, and you write down your WhatsApp number or any email number, whatever you have. We will contact you. You can ask the question, we will give you answer. If you need to know something in your own language, we will let you know in your own language. Any of the country you belongs, any of the language you want to know something, we will give you answer in your own language. This is what suggestion I given to my colleagues, that we have to work out on this. So especially in Pakistan as well, I will mention again, if you need to know anything in your own language, you have any, you are working in any of the state, we can help you, and we will help you. You can take advantage from your own language. We will give you training in your own language as well. So this is what we commonly use, Urdu language, to give trainings in Pakistan. Still, if you need to know some other language like Punjabi, Saraiki, Sindhi, or Pashto, we have a lot of other languages. Whichever your state belongs, we can give you training in your own language as well. So for the restaurants, restaurants owner, you guys have advantage. This is for you guys. All everything is free of cost. We are not taking any single penny for the cost of training, or our people will come, they will give you training in your own city, in your own restaurant. They will come and they will give you training. If you need to know something online, we will give you training online as well. We can make the session and you can take advantage. This is all free of cost. Thank you very much. Hope you understand something. If you need to know something about HACCP, you can ask us a question. If you know something that we have to be more aggressive, or we have to take some more advantage to speak up, please comments below. We will work on it. Thank you very much. That will be helpful for us.